So obviously, tough game for you guys against Colorado. Coach L was telling how you guys kind of need to learn from that. Just what do you think the team, whether not just even stuff on the court, just like learned about yourselves in a game like that?
Yeah, so we learned a lot from that game. Losing by a tremendous amount of points as we did. It just shows us what we need to work on. Going back to the drawing board, going back to practice, and just showing us that we really just need to rebound more, play as a team more, defend more, and just really show more effort and not really giving up when it gets tough.
Hi, Christian. Just wanted to ask about just your mentality when you coming off the bench. What's your mentality once you get on the court? What are you looking to accomplish, and how much of an impact are you trying to make on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, so Coach L, he makes it an emphasis that the guys come up bench just need to defend and rebound. We have a lot of scoring in our starting five, so just being that defensive pest on defense, I just try to make an impact there, and I just let my offense try to come to me, knock down open threes, one dribble drive, kicks, find the open man. So I'm just trying to do a lot of the dirty work. Play defense, get a lot of offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, and just help my team get the win.
Um, Christian, coach was just talking about, the number of turnovers and how costly that's been. What can you guys do? He was saying that people are thinking too much about their offense and getting sloppy on the boards, thinking too much about what's coming next, scoring, and not doing what you were just talking about, the dirty work. What can you guys do to reduce turnovers, and how critical is that going forward?
The easiest way to reduce turnovers is just less dribbling. Guys kind of, tend to turn the ball over more when they just have their head down, dribbling, and not really playing as a team and sharing the ball. So I feel like our main key, we got a lot of guys that can score in our starting five, and especially off the bench too. But our main key, to success is just moving the ball and playing with each other, and that's going to really help us limit our turnovers.
If I could ask a follow, he mentioned how the biggest that you guys are really seeing the loss of Isaiah and George, that it's a lot of the same team, but those two guys help prevent turnovers. Can you just talk about how difficult it is to replace those two players, even though you have a lot of players who can score? You've got a new transfer with Matt Cleveland, but how much are you guys missing those two? And what do you have to do to compensate for their loss?
Well, Zay and Jordan were huge pieces. Zay was here for 4 years. So just him being in the program and knowing the system, he just know how Coach L likes to play and just how Miami basketball is. And especially Jordan coming from George Mason, transferring. He was here for a couple of years, but he learned the system really quick, and his game was just really simple. He didn't really dribble the ball much. But I feel like, just with the loss of those two, we got a lot of new guys. We got a lot of new guys on the roster now, and I feel like we're only 9, 10 games in, and guys is just still learning how to play Miami basketball, and guys still learning the system. So as the season goes on, I feel like we should be really good, and we should fix those mistakes that we're having right now.
Hey, Kyshawn, how's it going?
How you doing?
Good. So I asked Christian and Coach L kind of the same thing, but after a game like the one against Colorado a few days ago, just what do you guys do to kind of handle a tough loss like that? Obviously, it's a blowout loss, and it couldn't have been fun. I mean, how do you just move on from a game like that?
Well, it's part of both short memory, like we try to forget about it, and at the same time we have to look back on what we didn't do and what we have to do to get better, and just practice it every day in practice. I mean, it can't affect our confidence after a loss like that, but we have to really look back at it and see how to get better, what we did well, what we didn't do well, and move forward from there.
Next question from Marcus Benjamin. Go ahead, Marcus.
Hi, Keyshawn. Just wanted to ask about your mentality coming off the bench, just because, sometimes players maybe try to maybe force things. What's kind of your mentality of making an impact on both sides of the court?
Personally, I just try to come in, bring more energy, give 100% effort, the most effort that I can, both sides of the court. I know we need some defense, some rebounding, so I try to focus on that and just, yeah, bring the energy, try to make the right play down the court every single time, and try to bring anything to the table, whether it's a stop, a three, a rebound, just try to bring something off the bench, whatever it is.
Next question from Michelle Kaufman. Go ahead, Michelle.
Okay, thank you. I'm just wondering, you know, at the start of the season, you were undefeated. You got ranked in the top 10. The fans and you guys, I'm assuming, were feeling like you guys were kind of cruising. What is the team's mentality right now? How is the mood on the team after two really big losses by a lot of points against Kentucky and Colorado? Has the confidence in the team changed? Have just the way you guys are approaching things changed because of those two losses? Thank you.
Well, like I said, I think it hasn't affected our confidence because we know we could play better and we have to play better. So I think moving on is just being more focused in practice, giving more effort, and just being locked in as a group, as a team. I mean, the like we have a good feeling with each other. Like we have a good team spirit. So I don't think it affected our confidence at all. It's just us being more locked in and being ready to play better.